And hello, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of The Zone TV Movie Entertainment with me, your host, Jonathan. Once again, bringing you my thoughts and movie review for the brand new Marvel film, Shang-Chi and the Legends of the Ten Rings, starring, and I'm probably going to butcher this, so I apologize, Sim Lu, Aquafina, and Tony Lang. Now, Shang-Chi tells the story of basically a new superhero in the MCU, and he's just an average guy. He tries to live his life normally, but he has a secret past. That fact that his secret past is that and this is in the trailer, so it's not much of a spoiler. But if you've never seen the spoilers, some little spoilers for the trailer. So he's just a normal guy. He's just trying to live his life, but he has a secret past. The fact that his father is the leader of the Ten Rings. Now, if you don't know who the Ten Rings are, the Ten Rings are a terrorist organization that pretty much date back to the beginnings of Marvel Phase 1 and Iron Man when they kidnapped him to make them a dirty bomb. Shatner happened, Iron Man became born. Then fast forward to Iron Man 3, the terrorist known as the Mandarin shows up, trying to destroy America. Then we found out that guy was a fake, played by Ben Kingsley, by the way. And now we get to meet the real Mandarin. The Mandarin has lived for centuries. He has these magical weapons called, the Ten Rings, literally. And they are literally like little rings that he has around his arm. Kind of like he wears bracelets. But, they kind of like dangle, but they're very, very powerful. Now, in the comics, they are legendary rings. And each ring could do a different thing. In this movie, it's a little bit different. But it was very, very cool. So Shang-Chi, like I said, he's trying to live his life. His best friend is Aquafina, Katie. And, when his father comes looking for him and, things start to unravel about his past coming back to haunt him, his adventure begins as the legendary Shang-Chi, who has to pretty much become a superhero. And, first off the bat, I gotta say, this movie's awesome. I really, really enjoyed this film. The actor who plays Shang-Chi, I thought he did a really, really good job in this film. He was phenomenal. The fight choreography was incredible. It's like watching those old Japanese kind of style kung fu films, like old school Bruce Lee movies, with the the choreography, the way they fight, and all that beautiful stuff that they do in those movies. It was like watching those things, but in Marvel form, and it was amazing. And I'm sorry to say this might offend somebody, but I don't care. I think the fight choreography here has been the best I've seen since in any of the Marvel films so far. I'm sorry, Black Widow movies, but yeah, the fight choreography here was way better than anything Endgame has ever given us, or any Marvel film so far. Besides this film had everything you kind of possibly wanted. First of all, it gave us a look at a new character that we have not seen in the MCU. And a lot of people don't know who he is. And if you wanted me to describe who he really is, in the comics, he's kind of like the Bruce Lee of Marvel. And, yeah, and finally, we get to see the real Mandarin in action. And, yes, I do admit there are some moments in the movie I do wish we would have got more of the Mandarin. Not that he didn't have enough screen time. He had great screen time. The problem is his character was so enriching, and I wanted to know more about his character. Yeah, sure, in the comics he's more of a kind of like a wizard type of thing where, he's the enemy of the Iron Man. But since Iron Man's gone, this is a new kind of, take on the Mandarin. I thought his character was great, and the actor who plays him did a really, really good job with him. And I enjoyed every minute of it, and I wanted more from his character. I wanted to see more of him, like how he became who he is. They gave us a little bit of a background of it, sure, in the beginning, but I kind of wanted them to invest with it more. But, you get what you get. But like I said, this movie's fantastic. I thoroughly enjoyed every moment of it. There are some moments in here I do wish, they would have done a little bit better, like the story. The story was fine, don't get me wrong. I felt like they tried, like we all know he's a new character. And this is the first time we see a new character in a while that's introduced in his own movie. Or her own movie, depending who it is. And yet, you can't say Black Panther because Black Panther was introduced in Civil War, so we kind of got a little background of him first before we got to explore Wakanda, so he doesn't count. But seeing Shang-Chi as a first time in the MCU in his own debut film, and that was hard. You have to do his background, talk about who he is as a character, and I thought they did an okay job with that. I thought that, they explained it, but, they kind of explained it in a slow pace that may throw some people off. It didn't throw me off at all. It's just, I felt it was a little bit slow when, certain scenes in here, but the jokes were great. I thought the humor worked really well. It really balanced off the film. I really enjoyed Awkwafina. Awkwafina is hilarious. I think she's amazing, and she was great in this film. Yeah, like I said before, the action was great. The villain was great. Normally when we always get nervous about Marvel when it comes to their villains. After Thanos and Killmonger, and minus Loki also, their villains have been questionable. I mean, Kang the Conqueror, so far so good. He's great, but let's see what happens with him moving forward. But right now, they finally gave us a Mandarin that we really wanted, because we wanted the Mandarin in Iron Man 3, didn't get it. We finally got the real Mandarin. It's like, thank you, Kevin Feige. And I thought they did a really good job with the film. Like I said, I love the action scenes. Oh man, the action scenes were great. Every moment I'm like, wow, that was great. That scene was better. Yeah, and also one little spoiler here. Benedict Wong is in this film, aka Wong, who plays, Doctor Strange's, second in command. He's in the movie. Not as much, but he's great. So yeah, you see him in the trailer, fighting Abomination. Abomination was, was great seeing him, very small scene, but I'm sure now that we've seen him again, we'll see Abomination again moving forward, hopefully. But yeah, this movie, I might want to go see it again, because there were some jokes in here that I was laughing so hard I kind of missed it. But yeah, I had a lot of real good time with this film. Like I said, a little bit slow paced, but that's okay. And now that we know who Shang-Chi is as a character, I am looking forward to see what he does moving forward, and how he kind of interacts with the new Avengers, whatever's left of the Avengers anyway. There are 2 post-credit scenes, so make sure you stay for both of them. There's a mid-credit scene and a very end post-credit scene. They are very confusing if you don't understand how to put it in words. But I'm pretty sure there's somebody out there who will do explain the after credit video for you, so you can just go look that up on YouTube. But yeah, I thought this really was a lot of fun. The 10 rings, they changed the I guess you can say the power setting of what the 10 rings are supposed to be, like from the comics. But I honestly think it did a better job with the rings here than the comics. I mean, I like the comic version too, but sometimes I always compared it to Green Lantern's rings from DC. So if it's like he had 10 of them, because Green Lantern, there were, I think, 8 rings in total, but one, they only wear one. But imagine wearing 10 of them. It's so confusing. But what they did here in the movie, making it just like kind of like a power setting where you can just do kind of, kung fu style stuff. It really was a very cool weapon, and I think it might be my favorite weapon of the MCU so far. If somebody asked me today what weapon I would use in the MCU, if they asked me today, I would say I would use the 10 rings, because those weapons are awesome. And when you watch it on the big screen, and you're gonna have to watch on the big screen because you can't watch on Disney Plus on the same day. Thank God. Go check it out, because when you watch it, you'll be like, oh yeah, I like Stormbreaker, or I like Captain America's shield. You watch the 10 rings power here, it's like, yeah, I actually want those weapons now. I'm telling you, they're cool, and they look stylish too. So when you watch, it's like, yeah, I can rock that, no problem. And it'll defend me too at the same time. But yeah, like I said before, I think everybody in this film did a great job in this movie. I forgot the actress's name, but she plays Shang-Chi's sister. She's amazing in it as well. The visual effects were great. Every The choreography was beautiful shot. The way that they used kung fu, but also kind of like interpretive dance. It was great as well. There's some scenes that kind of feel like they were dancing with each other, but they were actually fighting. When you watch it, you'll be like, wow, amazing. I thought it was great. I really enjoyed it. Don't know where I put it in my category where the best MCU films are, but it's up there. It's up there, and I think the Mandarin was by far one of the best villains we have since maybe Killmonger. I'm not gonna say Kang the Conqueror because we just got him once, so it's too early for him. So he hasn't proven himself worthy yet. We have to wait to Ant-Man 3 or something in between there to see him. But right now, the Mandarin right now, finally they redeemed him and made him an awesome character, and I really enjoyed it. So leave me a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about Shang-Chi and the Ten Rings. Are you guys looking forward to seeing this? Are you gonna go see this? Did you ever read the comics growing up? Do you not know anything about him? And if you don't, that's okay. You can just go right into it, watch this character, and you'll be like, yep, I like this character now. Or don't like him, that's cool. But if you want to watch a film before this movie to just be like, oh, who is this character? Go back and watch the first Iron Man, then watch Iron Man 3, and then watch the live action short All Hail the King. Watch those three Marvel things. They're all on Disney Plus. If you have Disney Plus, you can watch it there, and you get a little bit understanding of the Ten Rings, and of course the Mandarin and who he is and what kind of character he is, because you get a little bit of a background of him in the movie. I do want more, but still, I thought they did a really good job with his character, and I really want to see more. Maybe one day we'll get more. But leave me a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought. Thank you very much, and have a good day.